As we find this lying down position, close our eyes. As we close our eyes, I want you to bring your awareness to your upper back. And notice its shape. I want you to press the back of your shoulders into the floor. Feel your chest lift up to the ceiling. Start to squeeze your shoulder blades together and see if you can lift your upper back up off the floor. Feel your heart open. Feel the length across your belly. And then I want you to keep as much of your upper back and mid back engaged as you can, and then lower down. And then let your mid back, upper back soften to the floor. Feeling it completely let go. And notice, did the shape of our upper mid back change? Notice the alignment of our head, our neck, feeling our breath in and out through our nose and our belly. And again, to roll out our ankles. And reverse the direction. And then allow our ankles to relax. Let's reach our arms up and overhead. Keep our shoulders down away from our ears. Let our hands come in line with our shoulders if that feels okay for us. Otherwise, bend the elbows, take your arms out a little bit wider if this is uncomfortable. And then allow the front of our ribs to relax down. On our next exhale, hug our belly in a lot. Feel the base of our ribs draw down towards our belly button. Lift our arms, bring them back to our side. Inhale, lift our arms up and overhead. And exhale, bring our arms to our side. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, release to our side. Let's find one more time. Just going to notice how it feels through our shoulders, through our upper back, the stability of our core. And draw our arms out to our side like wings. We're going to bend our knees one at a time. Placing our feet on the mat, let's lift our right toes up off the floor and press our heel into the floor. Put our foot back down, lift our left toes, keep our heel down. And release. Lift our right foot, turn our toes out towards the long edge of our mat. Just feeling a slight pivot on our heel. Bring our foot back to center and lower it down. Lift our left toes, turn our left toes out to the side, just pivoting on our heel. Bring our toes back to center and lower our foot down. Lift our right toes, keep our heel down. This time we're going to bring our toes in to the midline of our body. And bring them back to center and lower down. Lift our left foot. Bring our toes in, pointing towards the midline or towards the right side of our mat. And come back to center and lower down. Let's draw our right knee into our chest. Giving it a hug. Maybe extending our left leg forward if we like. And then bending our left knee, release our right foot down. Draw our left knee into our chest, extend our right leg forward. And releasing our left foot down, bend our right knee. Draw both knees into our chest, give them a hug. And placing our hands on our knees, just take our knees wide. Drawing our elbows down towards the floor. Doesn't mean they're going to touch, but just going that direction. Let our feet hang. Think of this as a wide child's pose that's been flipped over. Pressing our tailbone down towards the floor. Let our knees come forward. Feel the gentle opening of our hips as our arms extend and our hands continue to hold on to our legs. And drawing our knees back towards our shoulders. Draw our knees together. Releasing our feet down, let's open our arms out like wings again. Extend our legs one at a time. And then from here, we're going to lift our left leg up to the ceiling. And we're going to reach our left leg over to the right. But before we do so, I want you to think about how you move through your core. The belly's going to stay hugged in. From about mid-back up is where our rotation is happening. So think about keeping stability through our low back. As we reach our left foot over to the right, let our hip lift up. If this is too intense, bend your knee. And then just allow your leg to relax out. Check in with where that rotation is happening. If you feel it in your low back, then I want you to think about moving that rotation up and offering a little more stability to your low back. Then bend our knee, lift our knee back up, extend our left leg forward. Lift our right leg, draw it up to the ceiling. Reach our right foot over to the left, letting our hip come along with, because we're offering stability to low back. Feeling rotation happen from mid-back up. Shoulders staying on the mat. Remembering if this is too much, bend your right knee. Then slowly bend our knee, lift our knee back up. Extend our right leg forward, lift our left leg, take it over to the right, moving with our hip. Now it's absolutely okay to let that stretch move into the outer hip, but I want you to guide the movement from your spine first. And slowly bending our knee, lift our knee back up, extend our leg, lift our right foot up, reach our right foot over to the left. And lifting our right leg up as we bend our knee, extend our leg. Left leg one more time, lower it over to the right. An option, if you feel strong and stable enough to lift your leg, you don't feel any tension in the back of your hips or your low back, and you feel like you've really connected with your belly and your belly's tugged in, you can lift your left leg up straight. Lower it back down. Lift our right leg, take it over to the left. Moving with core stability. Option, if you feel stable through your core, lift your straight leg up, otherwise bend it. Lowering your right leg down. Let's draw both knees into our chest, give them a hug. Drawing our hands back to the top of our knees. Let's take our knees wide. Draw our knees forward. Lift our knees up. Draw our knees back into our chest. Take them out wide and forward and lift up. One more time. In, out wide, forward, and lift up. Draw our knees into our chest, pause. Then take our knees forward. Take them out wide. Draw our knees in towards our chest and together. Bring them forward, out wide, in towards our shoulders, and center. One more time, bring them forward, take them out wide, and draw them in, and lift them up, releasing our feet down to the mat. Let's grab a hold of a block. If you don't have a block, you can use a towel or a rolled up mat. With our feet on the mat, let's lift our hips, place our block, towel, or whatever our prop is underneath our hips. And I want you to draw your prop a little bit more towards the tailbone than towards your waist or your low back. And I want you to squeeze the shoulder blades together, open up your chest. Find length across our belly, and then let our chin relax down. So taking a moment to find a supported bridge pose. Feeling shoulder blades drawing closer together, staying strong and stable through our upper back, allowing our weight to come to the top of our shoulders as we tuck our chin, and continuing to allow the center of our chest to draw up towards our chin as we lengthen across our belly a little bit more. In this supported variation, our lower body gets to relax. We can find a little more softness in our hips while we engage and open our heart. And relax our chest. Draw our shoulder blades flat on the floor, flat on our back. Let our belly scoop a little bit. And then from this scooped place, we're going to draw our right knee into our chest and give it a hug. Adjust your block as needed. Option to extend your left leg forward and let it hover. Moving a little bit deeper across the front of our left hip flexor, keeping our knee and toes, our left knee and toes pointed up to the ceiling. Now from here, we're going to move through core stability. So we're going to extend our right leg up as we lift our left, and then draw our right leg down, bend our left knee, hug it in towards our chest. And be mindful that we're not reaching our feet off in any direction, our knee off in any direction, that everything's staying aligned within our hips, staying straight with the rest of our body. And then moving with the same core stability, lift our legs up and switch. Lift our legs up and switch. And lift our legs up, switch. And up and switch. And one more time, switch each side on your own. And draw both knees into your chest. Let your arms relax out. It doesn't have to be wings, just let them relax down. And then I want you to flex your feet, draw your toes towards your shins. And then take a peek at your feet. Do your feet turn the same direction? Do you need to make any adjustments to allow your feet to be pointed the same direction? Then spread your toes. And relax your toes. Draw your toes towards the bottom of your feet. Keep lifting the tops of your feet towards your shin. And then point your toes. Keep the toes curled. Then lift them up, flex, spread your toes. And curl your toes and point. And flex and spread your toes. And relax, curl your toes and point them. And relax. Roll out your ankles again. And reverse. And relax. Let your feet come down to the floor one at a time. Release the block from underneath your hips. And then draw your knees back into your chest. Take our knees a little bit wider than hip width distance apart. Sliding our hands behind our thighs or to the side of our thighs. Extend our legs up. And then we're going to rock up and tuck our right foot and place our left foot on the floor. And then slowly roll down. Knees come into our chest, legs extend, rock back up, left foot tuck, and toes turn, or right foot comes to the floor. And then slowly roll down, extending our legs, roll back up, tucking our right foot, left foot comes wide. Roll down. And left foot tucks, right foot comes wide. Roll down. And switch sides. Roll down. And switch. Roll down and switch. And switch one more time. And come up. This time we're going to take our hands, reach them forward. Left foot is tucked, right foot's out wide, lean forward. Come up, switch your feet. And reach forward. And up, switch your feet. And reach forward. And switch your feet. And reach forward. Opening up our low back, our hips. And then come up. We're going to place our feet in front of us. We're going to tuck our right foot and then grab a seat on our right heel. And I want you to place your left foot on the floor. And then we're going to drive our left knee forward, keeping our heel, or 2 corners of our heel, planted on the floor. You can place your hands on your left leg, encouraging it to go forward. But make sure that the weight of your body stays in the center of your foot. Then back off. And we're going to push forward again. Keeping our weight centered in our foot, heel stays down and stays solid. Be feeling a nice stretch to the back of your calf. Maybe it's at your ankle, maybe it's at your heel. Wherever it's at is where it needs to be for you. And back off. We're going to do it one more time. Pressing our knee forward. Taking most of our weight to our left leg. And back off. We're going to take our left foot down to the floor. Take our right foot forward. Grab a seat on our left heel. Walk your right foot into what's comfortable for you. Keeping your toes pointed forward, we're going to shift our weight forward into our right leg, keeping our right heel down. And same thing. Most of our weight is coming into our right foot as we draw our knee forward. As if we were getting ready to stand up. Keep your weight centered in your foot, heel stays down. Notice that we're not dropping the knee in, we're not dropping the knee out, just staying kind of centered. And sit back. Make sure your stance is comfortable for you. Make any adjustments. As you stretch this, you may feel like you can move more. And then draw your weight forward. Taking most of our weight into our right leg. We're staying light on our left. Do whatever you like with your back, with your hands, with your shoulders. Whatever feels right for you. It's okay if your knee goes past your toes. Right now we're just stretching. Checking in with the outside and the inside of your foot, making sure you're not rolling your foot in any direction. And then back off. We're going to do it again. Pressing forward, keeping our heel down, taking weight to our right leg. And backing off. Let's come up to a standing position at the front of our mat. Setting our feet hip-width distance apart, toes pointing forward. Let our toes remain light. See if you can check in with the 4 corners of your feet. Do they feel solid and stable here? On our next inhale, let's reach our hands up. Exhale, hinge forward from our hips and fold. Bend our knees, draw our knees forward, keep our heels down. Lift our chest, place our hands on our thighs. turn our gaze forward. Slowly stand up, sweeping our hands up to the ceiling. Bend our knees, draw them forward, hinge from our hips. Sweep our hands out to the side. Slowly lower down. And then once you get all the way down, check in with where that's at. Then lift our hips, straightening our legs. Bend our knees, draw them forward. Don't let them drop in or out. Lift our chest, bring our hands to our thighs. Slowly come up and reach our hands up to the ceiling. Bend our knees, let them guide our movement. Hands come to our thighs. And then you can tuck your tailbone, you can round your back. Just keep the heels down, don't collapse your feet. And then lift your hips. Bend our knees again. Check in with our feet. They should be level, stable. Hands come to our thighs, lift our chest, sweep up. Bend our knees, let them draw forward, hinge from our hips, lower down, as far as you feel comfortable. Then lift our hips up. Step our right foot back halfway. Let our heel come down, our toes point forward. Moving into pyramid pose. If you want blocks, feel free to place your hands on blocks. Straightening your left leg to what feels good for you. Bend our left knee. Step our right foot forward. Left foot back halfway. Toes point forward. Straighten our right leg. We're stretching through the back of our right thigh, through our glute, and into the right side of our low back. Imagine this as a split stance forward fold. Bending our right knee. Shift our weight forward, step our left foot forward, and fold. Bending our knees, draw them forward. Check in with the alignment of your feet, your knees, your ankles. Lift your chest, place your hands on your thighs, turn your gaze forward, and rise up tall. Hands come to heart center. Step our right foot back halfway. Release our hands down. Make sure that your feet are a comfortable width apart. Both legs are going to be straight. Then bend our left knee. Push it forward as far as you can go. If you need to shorten your stance a little bit, feel free to do so. And then we're going to keep our leg bent, draw our weight back, start to straighten our leg, and then lift our toes. So now the ankle and the shin are working together. Bend our knee, plant our foot, push our knee forward. Again, if you need to step forward a little bit, feel free to do so. Let your knee come forward as far as you like. Keep that knee flex at first, then start to straighten your leg so that you keep that angle of your ankle the same. Push the knee forward and then come up. Shifting back. Shift forward. Shift back. One more time. Shift forward. Hold here. Lift your toes. This should be pretty challenging. Keep your toes lifted, straighten your leg, lift your foot. So now the top of your foot is working as well. Put your foot back down. Bend your knees. Step forward. Left foot steps back about halfway. Could be a little bit shorter. Bend your right knee, draw it forward. As far as you can go, keeping your heel down. Then keep your foot flexed, shift your weight back, lift your toes, keep your heel down. Put your foot down, bend your knee, draw it forward, and then come back. And come forward, and come back. Come forward, hold, lift your toes. Should be pretty challenging. Bend your left knee, shift your weight back. Keep those toes pulling back towards your shin. And release your foot down, stand up tall. Shift your weight forward and step forward. Inhale, sweep up. Lift your heart up to the ceiling. Bring your hands together, turn your gaze up. Keep as much length through your belly as you can, feeling the center of your chest lift up. Then draw your palms forward, elbows out and down. Keep your chest lifted. Start to tuck your chin. And relax your spine to neutral. Bring your hands down. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, fold. Walk both feet back, lowering your knees down to the floor. And then we're going to grab a seat in the center of our mat. Bringing our left foot forward in front of us. You can sit on your towel if you like. You can round your back. It really is a matter of comfort for you. Then I want you to take your fingertips, find the center of your shin, walk your hands around to the side of your shin, and then bring your thumbs and wrap them around the back of your calf. You're holding on to your calf muscles of your left leg. Then lift your toes up off the mat. Feel the arch of your foot take place. Lift the balls of your foot up and draw your toes towards your shin. Draw your toes out. Push your toes down. Slide your toes to the left. Don't move your shin. Lift your toes up. Sweep your toes over to the right. Don't move your shin. Put your toes down. Slide your toes over to the left. Don't move your shin. That's what your fingers are holding in place. And lift your toes up. Sweep your toes over to the right. Sweep your toes back over to the left. Don't move your shin. Push your toes down. Slide your toes over to the right. Lift your toes up. Over to the left. Down. Right. Up. Left. Shins not moving. Down. Over to the right. Lift up. Center. And relax. Switch legs. Grab a hold of your calf. Hold your shin in place so it doesn't move. Make sure your stance is comfortable for you. Then lift your toes up towards your shin. As high as you can lift. Turn your toes in, don't move your shin. Push your toes down. Slide over to the right, don't move your shin. Lift up. Left. Down. Right. Up. Left. Down. Right. Up. Left. Down. Right. Up. Hold. Push down. Slide to the left. Lift up. To the right. Down. Left. Up. Right. Down. Left. up, right, and relax. From here, we're going to end our practice with a heart opener of your choice. You can use a towel, you can use blocks, whatever you prefer. If you prefer to have the high block on the back at your head, middle block at your mid back, or you can use towel and a block, whatever you prefer. We're going to come to lying down on our back, legs extended out, all of our props behind us. Fingertips point forward, lower down. And see if you can lower down with a heart opener. So keeping your chest open, lengthen across your belly, lower down at the same time or one at a time, lining up your spine with your first prop and placing your head on your second prop. Closing our eyes, our feet relaxed out. Allowing this to be a supported, comfortable place. Remembering that the position should honor your body. Drawing our awareness back to our body. Taking a moment to scan our bodies, listening to how they feel. Noticing the openness across the front of our shoulders, length across our belly. And very slowly bending our knees. Draw our elbows into our side. Lift our head, walk our elbows back. And then we're going to lift ourselves up, removing our props out from underneath us. And then lie back down. Drawing our knees into our chest, give them a hug. And a little bit of length for our low back. Noticing that as we hug our knees in, our breath begins to soothe our body. Now it may feel a little bit closed off depending on the angle of your hip and where your belly is in relationship to all of this. I want you to see if you can get your breath to move into your low back. Noticing with each inhale that we create space in our low back. With each exhale, we begin to soften. Maybe we notice that with our shoulders as well. Allowing our breath to contribute to the letting go. Keeping our eyes closed, let's roll to our right. Press ourselves up. Find our way back to a comfortable seat. Letting our hands relax in our lap. And take a moment to check in with how we feel. Bringing our hands together in front of our heart. Feeling in all that we found in this practice today. Noticing what it was you connected with. Place that as a gift in our heart. A gift that we can continue to recognize as we move off of our mat and find movement throughout the rest of our day. Namaste.